Okay, so here's me going for it. What the hell is it? First ever YouTube video. I mean, solo. It is a beautiful sunny day outside and also a day off for me. So let's go unpack some stuff. Today's vlog, we're gonna unpack my recent purchase from Dollar Tree. A little bit of context why I went to Dollar Tree. So if you have seen my previous video, one of my previous videos, I talked a little about how I'm trying to fill up some spaces in my house, like a few of the walls rather, and how I'm trying to add a personal touch to it, not just fill it up with anything random, but rather something that's personal, close to heart, that was made with love, friends, etc. Today's episode is gonna be me taking one step closer towards making that happen. So I went to Dollar Tree yesterday, and what I love about a good store is finding good stuff in cheap price. Like, it's literally heaven for me, for someone broke like me, basically. So here's our purchase. I love how they still give out paper bags. Every time I see a place giving out paper bags, I'm like, take my money. Because I don't know why, like, more places don't give out paper bags, and I feel like paper bags are just chic. They're just old school, and they're not as harmful for the environment. They're not as burdening as a reusable bag, but they're just a perfect balance of both, and I love it. Okay, so the first thing that we have here is a bumper sticker. As you can see, this is how it goes. I was not expecting to find this, or I was not even planning to get something for my car, but I feel like this is gonna be a cute random addition to my not so pretty looking car right now. But I need to take her for a wash for sure, and then I'm gonna put this on. So that's one. Oh, and then we also happened to stop by a Burger King drive-thru, so I don't know why, but I just asked for a crown because it's free, so why not? Okay, so next up, receipt. Okay, I'll disclose the total maybe at the end, but moving on. Next up we have disco tiles. Basically, I had this in mind, specifically not expecting to find this in the store, but I love the idea of having disco balls in your like random places in your apartment where the sun shines very well, and it just adds like a glaring effect all throughout your apartment during the day, and I love that idea. So I'm trying to incorporate more of that. What I have in mind is basically taking some of these out and adding on like parts of my paintings or installations in the wall. Basically, it'll make more sense once I do it, but that's it for now. Next up we have, okay, this actually, we'll go with this first. So this is very interesting. As you can see, it's a hashtag. I don't know what to do with it exactly. I just came across this and it was too cute to let go. So I was like, you know what? I'll figure something out. Like, how hard could it be to make use of a hashtag? Like, hashtag, everyone needs it. Everyone wants to make the best use of it. It's essential for sure. Probably gonna paint it pink. Think I have a vision, but we'll see. And last but not the least, we have this beautiful wall installation. It's not gonna make sense like this, but this is basically how it's supposed to look like once installed. So I have a hook right over there that's empty right now. Probably gonna put one over there and the other somewhere over here, although I think I'm out of hooks. But this is basically what we're gonna install today. This I'm really excited for. And I also have plants that I can definitely put on one of these. So yeah. So all of these together, how many items is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, and a paper bag. This was quite cheap. It was probably 15 cents. Oh, okay. There was another drink as well. They have all these like vintage old brands of drinks in the store that I absolutely loved. Like, I loved like the packaging itself because it's so vintage, and it made me want to buy the drinks. And so I got one of the drinks as well, which it was like a peach lemonade. Which is not with us right now, but I'll put a picture somewhere over here. It was really cute. So what does that come to? 5 items, basically came to $11, which is pretty cheap if you ask me. And so each of these items, all of them were only $1.75. which if you ask me, in a regular Dollarama would be like, I don't know, $3, $4, 50 cents. So new life lesson, Dollar Tree over Dollarama. Anyway, the only problem that I have is like all the Dollar Trees are very far from my house, so I don't know how often I'm gonna go, but I'll definitely try my best. Like, isn't that crazy? $11. So let's get on to installing that thing. And it does not come with the instruction card, but we'll try. How hard could it be? Right? Right. Okay, so I did figure out one corner of this thing, and turns out I was overreacting a little bit. This is actually fairly simple. Wait, actually, no. Okay, I'm lost again. When does this thing? No. Do I put... Want the perfect balance. They did use two ropes per for each of these wooden boards. There's no way I can make this single rope like go through more than 2 holes, right? So I'm gonna use up the second rope as well. And I know it looks very unstable right now, but maybe once I put something on top of it, it will gain more balance. And I can cut off the excess at the bottom so I can get on top of it. No, I don't know if you can see the hook, but it's right here. If it's looking like that, we can adjust it by pulling on the strands. So now, the only thing that's missing is something cute on top of it. And by that, what I mean the only thing that I can think of is maybe a plant. So let's look for one. I mean, this one's dead, but we could do something about it. So I particularly like these ones more. So I think I'm just gonna cut off the branch a little bit and then put it in there. I honestly feel like I need to work so much on my, whatever the study of flowers is called. One more off. She's so pretty. Unless we get hit by a massive earthquake, I think we should be fine. Of our little there's a few more things that I want to put on this wall. Of course, I don't have it all ready with me right now, but let's say we've been working on it, and with that being one of the things that was more like ready to go kind of, although it did have a touch of like the whole handmade idea that I was talking about. One of the other things that I talked about in that video was, of course, paintings, whether it's a portrait, landscape, something completely abstract, but it needs to be handmade with love. Of course, these 2 portraits are 2 of the recent projects that we worked on, and you guessed it right, this is not me. This can't be me, right? I look a lot worse. I have these pins over here. Other one in that little gap over there. So as you can see, they are not on the same level here, and then a tiny bit. Okay. I'm going to take this in perfection. Take it off again. Okay. Oh, or actually, on a second thought, it looks perfect. But other than that, I would say I'm pretty happy about it. So this is our after. Has a bit more color to it, more life to it. I could get used to this. I don't know what I was expecting or how I was expecting this to turn out, but I think it went pretty well. I'm not gonna stretch this video out any farther, but I will come back in the next one with a lot more renovations to my little wall, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.